What's up, YouTube? Xandar the Legend here, and guess what we're back with today? Another Dragons of Tarkir booster box. I know. Really shouldn't have done this. Dragons of Tarkir is not being very nice to me. When I say very nice, I mean it pretty much hates me. So this probably wasn't the smartest thing to do, but I am determined to become the Master of Dragon Lords. That's right. So today, by the will invested in me, I am going to become Master of the Dragon Lords. Notice how that's plural, so we need at least two of them. I mean, I'd be the Master of Narset also, I don't care. That'd be fine, right? Nothing wrong with that. I'll let Sarkin be my bro too. We can all hang out together. I mean, who wouldn't want to hang out with the Master of the Dragon Lords? Inside of a box, we always get a little flip out. Talks about Friday Night Magic. Best night of the week if you can attend. We're going to bust straight into the middle of this. Notice our lighting's a little different today. It's because I got rid of one of our extra lights. So we'll see how that looks. I've already tested it and it looked alright, but we'll see. If you guys like it better the other way, let me know and we'll fix it for next time. First pack, I'm always going to go over it. We're going to have the set sign with a black indicator for our commons. You're going to have 10 to 11 commons in a pack. Then you're going to have 3 uncommons noted by silver down there. Slumgar Scorn, Circle of Elders, Stormrider Rig, and after our third uncommon, it'll always be followed with a rare or a mythic and possibly a premium card as well. So our first rare or mythic, oh buddy. That's right, guys. I am Master of the Dragon Lords. Look, first pack, here it's starting. Top Dragon Lord of the set right now. 5 mana, 5/4. Dragon Lord Ojutai. He has flying. He has hexproof as long as it's untapped. Whenever the Dragon Lord deals combat damage to a player, look at the top 3 cards of your library. Put one of them into your hand and the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. That is a way to start. You know what? That's such a way to start it. I didn't even come prepared for that. How am I the Master of Dragon Lords? And I am not prepared to put him in a sleeve immediately. What a start. All right, I'm feeling good about this box. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. First uncommons, Learn from the Past, Draconic Roar, Strong Arm Monk, and our rare is an Assault Formation. 2 mana enchantment. Enchanted creature you control. Each creature you control assigns combat damage equal to its toughness rather than its power. For a forest, target creature with Defender can attack this turn as though it did not have Defender. And for 3 mana, creatures you control get +0/+1 until end of turn. Decent rare, but it's no Dragon Lord. Kind of the cards we're looking for this set, obviously, are Narset and Sarkin. They're the most valuable. All the Dragon Lords and a Death Miss Raptor, which I pulled one from the other box. So we'll just see how this box goes. Dance of the Skywise, Dragon Lord Servant, Slumgar Spell Eater, and a Thunderbreak Regent. This is actually one of the other top rares in the set. 4 mana, 4/4 flying. Whenever a dragon you control becomes the target of a spell or ability an opponent controls, Thunderbreak Regent deals 3 damage to that player. And just pretty sweet artwork on that card. Goes a little out of focus when I pull it that tight. But sorry for the delay, as we are currently sleeving cards. For our first row of the box, 2 super solid rares. I am really excited to do the rest of this box with you guys. Dance of the Skywise, this is how the last one started. Skywise Teachings, Dromoka Monument, and a Ration Foremost. 3 mana, 2/2, double strike. When it enters the battlefield or attacks, another target warrior creature you control gains double strike until end of turn. Not too shabby. I'm trying to think of some other really good warriors that should give double strike. that would just push it over the top. I can't really think of any off the top of my head. Kolgan Forerunners, Grace Blade Artisan, Deathwind, and a Profaner of the Dead. 4 mana cost, Naga Wizard. For 3/3, you can exploit it as well. When it exploits a creature, return to their owner's hands all creatures your opponents control with toughness less than the exploited creature. A mountain and tip card. I actually haven't even read a single tip card for the set, so I wonder how much they've changed, or if there's anything actually important in there. One of the better uncommons here, a Swift Warkite. It's usually pretty rare. It's almost as rare as a common, or rare as a rare. 6 mana, 4/4 flying. If it enters the battlefield, you may put a creature card with a converted mana cost 3 or less from your hand or graveyard onto the battlefield. That creature gains haste. Return it to your hand at the beginning of the next end step. Awesome card to pull from your graveyard. Sight of the Skelelords, Ambuscade Shaman, and a Collected Company. 4 mana, instant ability. Look at the top 6 cards of your library. Put up to 2 creature cards with converted mana cost 3 or less from among them onto the battlefield. Put the rest bottom of your library in any order. Ooh, I can feel it. We're going to have a Narset in here. I just know. I can feel it. I can feel it. I can feel it. Just the way it's already started. Ruthless Deathfang, Herd Chaser Dragon, Shieldhide Dragon, and a Commune with Lava. X and Double Mountain. Exile the top X cards of your library. Until the end of your next turn, you may play those cards. We've still yet to see a premium card. I also believe you get 2 premium rares or mythics in this set. From what I've kind of noticed from everybody opening them. So it'd be really exciting to see what we get for at least one of those, and possibly 2. Battle Mastery, Stormwing Dragon, a Tarkir Monument, and a Myth Realized. Pretty solid card. I expect to see this a lot more play. Single planes. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, you can put a lore counter on Realized. For 3 mana, you can put a lore counter on Realized. And for just 1 planes, until end of turn, Myth Realized becomes a monk avatar creature in addition to its other types and gains. This creature's power and toughness are each equal to the number of lore counters on it. Anything that penalizes players or anything that lets you just bolster it basically for casting spells, just awesome. Really good for an Ojutai deck, a blue-white deck. Something that's a little more spell heavy. Sarkhan's Triumph. It's our first uncommon. A Notch Survivalist, Encased in Ice, and a Hedonist Trove. 7 mana enchantment. When the Trove enters the battlefield, exile all cards from target opponent's graveyards. You may play land cards exiled with the Trove. You may cast non-land cards exiled with the Trove. You can't cast more than 1 spell this way each turn. Hey, and it had a swamp and a zombie. It was very black there. Everything was very black oriented. Oh, look. She's saying hi. She is saying hi. Display of Dominance is our first uncommon. Slimgar Sorcerer, really awesome card. Aven Sunstriker, and a Dragon Whisperer is our second mythic of the decks. 2 mana for a 2/2. For mountains, the Whisperer gains flying until end of turn. For uncolored in a mountain, it gets +1/+0 until end of turn. It also has Formidable. For 6 mana, put a 4/4 red dragon creature token with flying onto the battlefield. You can only activate that ability if your creatures have total power 8 or greater. One of the higher end cards of the set right now. Excited to see her in there as well. I assume it's a her. It sure looks like a her. I think it's Narset. If you know if that is Narset, let me know in the comments below. It kind of looks like her. Man, this pack's fighting. We must have a premium foil card in here because it's being rough. Circle of Elders, Surge of Righteousness, Self-Inflicted Wound, and a Foe Razor Regent. 7 mana, 4/5 of flying. When it enters the battlefield, you may have it fight target creature you don't control. Whenever a creature you control fights, put 2 +1/+1 counters on it at the beginning of the next instep. You got to love a card that lets you bolster a little bit. I guess bolster is the wrong mechanic because bolster goes to your weakest toughness target, where that goes to wherever you want. So, free +1/+1 counters. Sight Beyond Sight, Rending Volley, Blood Chin Rager, and Sadisky Undead Visor. 5 mana for a 4/6 with Death Touch. He also has Exploit. If he exploits a creature, you may search your library for a card, put it into your hand, and then shuffle your library. We also have a premium card, which is a Wandering Tomb Shell. I think this card right here is going to see a lot more play. I think he's going to go up in value. A lot of the cards kind of tend to go down once they're out for a while, but I think he's really solid. 5 mana for a 4/6 with Death Touch. I mean, it's got a lot of survivability. I love cards that are hard to clear off the table. That board presence is everything. Enduring Skill, Savage Vent Maw, Ultimate Price, and Amphinenza the Kin Tree Spirit. 2 mana, 2/2, Spirit Soldier. Whenever another non-token creature enters the battlefield under your control, you can bolster 1. There's a true bolster card. Alright, well, we started off with the Dragon Lord. We need to get at least one more. Otherwise, I cannot be known as Master of the Dragon Lords if I don't have at least 2 of them. Echoes of the Kin Trees, our first uncommon. A Stormcrag Elemental, Strong Arm Monk, and a Blessed Reincarnation. 4 mana, instant ability. Exile target creature an opponent controls. That player reveals cards from the top of his or her library until a creature card is revealed. That player puts a card onto the battlefield, then shuffles the rest into his or her library. Also has rebound. It's really critical it does, too, because if you end up putting a dragon on the table, you're going to want to rebound that and get the dragon back off, and hopefully wind up with something a lot smaller. Very risky card to play with. I know it sounds great, but I don't know how often it would really pay off. It'll be interesting to see if that card gets very much play. Gate Smasher, Roast, Guru Lurker, and a Kolgan's Command. 3 mana for an instant ability. You can choose 2 of the following 4. Return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. Target player discards a card. Destroy target artifact, or the command deals 2 damage to target creature or player. We also have a premium Scion of Ugin. Pretty cool to know his artwork actually extends off the border. For a 6 mana 4/4, he's a creature dragon spirit. He's not an artifact. So pretty decent card. All these commands, I expect these to always retain their value. I think you're going to see a lot of decks running 4 of the each commands for a long time to come. Press the Advantage is our first uncommon. Void Squall, Storm Rider Rig, and a Surrak the Hunt Caller. 4 mana for a 5/4. He has Formidable. At the beginning of your combat on your turn, if creatures you control have total power 8 or greater, target creature you control gains haste until end of turn. I think he's worth $4 or $5. Doesn't sound like a lot. I'm pretty sure he's also in the event deck. So it's a little easier to get a hold of him, but he's a pretty solid card, so that's why he's going to retain value. It's all about that value add. Dramoka Captain, Lurking Arnix, Deadly Wanderings, and a Dragon Tempest. 2 mana. Whenever a creature flying enters the battlefield under your control, it gains haste until end of turn. Whenever a dragon enters the battlefield under your control, it deals X damage to target creature or player, where X is the number of dragons you control. Pretty awesome, especially if you had a bunch of dragons out. Play a couple of those with Sarkin, with his 4-drop, or with his 4/4 dragons he puts out. Pretty good. I think most dragons have a higher mana cost, though, so we're not going to see a bunch of them. Lightning Berserker, Pretty much one of the best uncommons of the set. It's going for about $1 right now. We'll go over him real quick. He's a 1 mana 1/1. You can pay a mountain, and he gets +1/+0 until end of turn. You can also dash him for just 1 mana. 1 mountain. Pretty good card. Silk Wrap, another good card. Foul Tongue Invocation, and our rare is a Slumgar Assassin. A 2 mana 2/1 with power. Creatures with power greater than Slumgar Assassin's power can't block it. He has Megamorph for 3 mana. If he is turned face up, destroy target creature with power 3 or less and opponent controls. Pretty sure we got a premium. We do. It is Vandalize. I don't feel like we're having very good premium luck, so hopefully that changes when it comes time for the rare, the mythic. Virulent Plague, Warbringer, Tapestry of the Ages, and our rare is a Volcanic Vision. 7 mana. Return target instant or sorcery card from your graveyard to your hand. The vision deals damage equal to that card's converted mana cost to each creature your opponents control, and then exile Volcanic Vision. Pretty much a board clear if you have something big enough in your graveyard. There's our Scion of Ugin, or Eugene, Lurking Onyx, Skill Blessing, and Shore Crasher Elemental is our next mythic. The 3 mana 3/3. You can pay in islands, exile them, then return it to the battlefield face down under its owner's control. For 1 uncolorless, it gets +1/-1 or -1/+1 until end of turn. It also has Megamorph for 5 mana. And we have a Dance of the Skywise, uncommon for our premium foil card. Rakasha Gravecaller is our first uncommon. Salt Road Quartermaster is great uncommon. Skywise Teachings, and a Gleam of Authority, a 2 mana enchantment. Enchant creature. Creature gets +1/+1 for each +1/+1 counter on other creatures you control. Enchant creature has Vigilance, and play a Plains and tap it to bolster 1. So he's going to get stronger as you bolster everything else. Pretty high value card, really, whenever it comes down to it. Cunning Breeze Dancer is our first uncommon. Slumgar Spell Eater, Slumgar Monument, and Illusionary Gains is our rare. 5 mana, enchant creature, you control it. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield under an opponent's control, you have to attach the gains to that creature instead. Hops around quite a bit, but that's what it's meant to do. We're about a little over halfway through the box here. Getting a little nervous, but we've seen several mythics, unfortunately none of them being a Planeswalker, and only 1 Dragon Lord so far. Definitely like to see an Tarkir or a Dramoka. Explosive Vegetation, Orator of Ojutai, Marag River Skeleton, and an Ire Shaman. 2 mana for a 2/1. He can't be blocked except by 2 or more creatures. He has Megamorph for 1 mountain. If he's turned face up, exile the top card of your library until end of turn. You may play that card. Kind of decent. And we have our rare premium card, a Den Protector. 2 mana, 2/1. Creatures with power less than Den Protector's power can't block it. He has a Megamorph for 2. If he's turned face up, return target creature from your graveyard to your hand. Well, that's kind of a disappointing letdown for our premium rare. But you get what you get, and you don't throw a fit, as I tell my daughter. Our first uncommon's an Inspiring Call. Kulgan Forerunners, Minister of Pain, and a Blood Chin Fanatic. 3 mana for a 3/3. 2 mana, you can sacrifice another warrior creature. Target player loses X life, and you gain X life, where X is the sacrificed creature's power. I think you'll see that card played quite a bit. There's quite a few decks I could really see that being strong in. What is going on with this pack? Every last bit of it is tearing apart. Ooh, I see it. Learn from the past. Salt Road Ambushers, Dragonloft Idol, Obscuring Aethers are rare. 1 mana cost enchantment. Face down creature spells you cast cost 1 colorless less to cast. For 2 mana, turn the Aether face down and becomes a 2/2 creature. And our premium foil is a Negate. Counter target non-creature spell. I think we'll see that in some decks. Negate and Anticipate are some of the blue cards I really expect to keep seeing play for quite a while. Ukid Cobra, Stormcrag Elemental, Farsi Deceiver, and a Harbinger of the Hunt. 5 mana, 5/3 of flying. You can basically pay 3 mana, and he's either going to do 1 damage to each creature without flying, or each creature with flying. Your choice. That card just has a lot of text. I really hate to... I mean, it's not like some of the cards that have a ton, but he's got quite a bit for basically doing the same thing, one way or the other. A Tarka Pummeler is our first uncommon. Palicism of Behemoth, a Dragon Hunter, one of my favorite cards of the set, and a Secure the Waste. This is being seen in a lot of sideboards and a lot of main decks already. It's a X in 1 plane, put X 1/1 White Warrior creature tokens onto the battlefield. It really helps you get your tempo going, and you can get some strong board control late in the game with it, especially if you have a way to bolster, or if you have some enchantments out for your entire creature board. Plus they're warrior creatures for a lot of the... There's a lot of combos with the warriors, it seems like. Battle Mastery is our first uncommon. Youthful Scholar, Ojutai Monument, and a Clone Legion is another mythic. This is a spell. It costs 9 mana. For each creature target player controls, put a token onto the battlefield. That's a copy of that creature. Biggest thing to note about this is it stays on the board the entire time. It doesn't go away at the end of your turn. And we have a Plains. It's a mythic. We'll put a sleeve on it. I don't think it's worth too much, but sometimes that don't matter. If you guys are enjoying our pack openings today, don't forget to hit that subscribe or like button. Leave me some comments down below about if you think I'm going to end up being a master of the Dragon Lords, or if I'm just going to be a master of Ojutai. Seismic Rupture is our first uncommon. Great Teacher's Decree, Acid Spear Dragon, and a Dromoka's Command. I'm pretty sure I've got about 8 of these now, so this one will be going up for trade. The 2 mana, choose 2 of the following 4. Prevent all damage target instant or sorcery spell would deal this turn. Target player sacrifices an enchantment. Put a +1/+1 counter on a target creature, or target creature you control fights target creature you don't control. The commands are just awesome, especially what you get for this one for just 2 mana. I mean, you can force creatures to fight without tapping. You can give it a +1/+1 and then force it to kill it. Awesome. I mean, so many great things about that. Preventing all damage from an instant or sorcery, and forcing. You could even instantly force something to fight. Oh man, love the commands. I can't get enough of them. There's only our second Warkite. We still haven't seen another Lightning Berserker. Skullguard Sentinels, Bloodshin Rager, and a Zergo Bell Striker. 1 mana for a 2/2. He can't block creatures with power 2 or greater, but you can dash him for just 2 mana. Oh no, guys, we're down to our last 6 packs. Ooh, we need some Narset hype train going. We're going to be about 100 packs deep, I think, of Dragons of Tarkir with no Narset. And we're still missing some of the Dragon Lords. Sight Beyond Sight, Rending Volley, a Tarka Monument, and a Damnable Pack. 2 Swamps and X. Target player draws X cards and loses X life. Swamp and a Dijin Monk. And then also, if it holds true, we should be seeing our second premium rare or mythic card shortly. First uncommons, a Virulent Plague, a Nox Survivalist, Graceblade Artisan, and an Atarka's Command. I think we've got every command now. Or no, I think we need 2 more. 2 mana, 2 of the following 4. Your opponents can't gain life this turn. It deals 3 damage to each opponent. You may put a land card from your hand onto the battlefield. Creatures you control get +1/+1 and gain reach until end of turn. So basically, I would take an extra, 2 mana, you get a 3rd land out on turn 2. So you'd already be mana curve ahead. Just another great command card when it honestly comes down to it. Enduring Scalelord is our first uncommon. Dramoka's Gift, Encase in Ice, and a Stratus Dancer. Oh, it's not such a good card. 2 mana for a 2/1 with flying. Megamorph of 2. If it's turn face up, counter target instant or sorcery spell. You know, I wish it would be a sleeper card. I've gotten a bunch of these. So, I hope it becomes worth value. Alright, guys. Here it is. Our last 3 packs. We really, really need some luck. Channel all the YouTube power, all the YouTube hype. We want to see a Planeswalker or another Dragon Lord. Side of the Scalelords, Shieldhide Dragon, Self-Inflicted Wound, and a Profound Journey. 7 mana, sorcery, return target permanent card from your graveyard to the battlefield, and you can rebound it as well. Alright. If you haven't hit that subscribe or like button yet, I strongly recommend you do. We're going to be having our new series starting soon. A lot more box and pack openings. A lot of awesome things happening. Sarkhan's Triumph, Beltoll Dragon, Dramoka Monument, and a Boltwing Marauder. Not too impressive. I'm pretty sure this is one of the intro pack main cards. 5 mana for a 5/4 with flying. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, target creature gets +2/+0 until the end of turn. Alright, so this pack, every YouTube video I've seen has 2 premium mythics or rares. Every box I've seen. So this pack has to contain it. Otherwise, I will have the first rare and exclusive YouTube video of not having 2 of them in a box. I'm pretty sure I did see a premium card. So let's start the hype train. Kolaghan Monument. Roast. Ambuscade Shaman. Oh, Narset. And another Den Protector. We've been over it. So we really, really need some luck here. It's red. It's a foiled mountain. Oh, and what a way to end my second box of Dragons of Tarkir. They both treated me about the same way, and that's pretty bad. We started off with a lot of good things, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I believe we got a total of 7 premium cards. We'll go back over our okay rares first, and then go back over the best ones at the end. Assault Formation, Den Protector, Boltwing Marauder, Profound Journey, Damnable Pack, Zurgo Bellstriker, Secure the Waste, Harbinger of the Hunt, Obscuring Aether, Bloodshin Fanatic, Ire Shaman, Illusionary Gains, Gleam of Authority, Volcanic Vision, Slumgar Assassin, Dragon Tempest, Blessed Reincarnation. I believe this one should have been the other pile, and Amphidenza the Kintree Spirit, Bowrazor Regent, Hedonist Trove, Myth Realized, Commune with Lava, Collected Company, Profaner of the Dead, Ajin the Foremost, and what I would say was our notable rares. First off, that's not right. Why'd I sleeve her? Stratus Dancer, Atarka's Command, Dramoka's Command, Clone Legion is a mythic. Den Protector foiled. Shore Crasher Elemental. Surk the Hunt Caller. Kolgan's Command. Sadisky Undead Advisor. Dragon Whisperer. Thunderbreak Regent. And sadly, but not sadly, Dragon Lord Ojutai was the best pull from our entire box. So I am not the master of Dragon Lords. I am simply the master of a single Dragon Lord. Thanks for watching, guys. Stay tuned. We got a lot more stuff coming up.